Blake Lively, known for her polished image and undeniable talent, shocked the entertainment world. She filed a lawsuit against her It Ends With Us co-star and director, Justin Baldoni, accusing him of sexual harassment and misconduct during the film's production. The allegations, they're more than just whispers. Lively claims that Baldoni made unwanted physical advances, passed inappropriate comments, and orchestrated a smear campaign to tarnish her reputation when she dared to speak out. For fans who've followed these two actors, one, an outspoken advocate for emotional health, the other, Hollywood's golden girl, this was unthinkable. And it didn't end there. According to the lawsuit, Lively alleges that the retaliation she faced after reporting Baldoni's actions was calculated and malicious. It wasn't just her career on the line, it was her sense of safety and dignity. The reaction was immediate. Social media erupted, news outlets picked up the story, and fans began choosing sides. How could this happen on a set that was supposed to bring Colleen Hoover's beloved novel to life? And more importantly, what does it say about the industry as a whole? But while the public was still catching its breath, Justin Baldoni wasn't staying silent. His response came swiftly, and it set the stage for what would become one of the most polarizing scandals in recent memory. And just like that, the spark turned into a fire. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, two names that have long been associated with charm, talent, and success. On paper, their collaboration on It Ends With Us seemed like a match made in Hollywood heaven, but now their names are at the center of a controversy that's anything but glamorous. Blake Lively, the actress who captured hearts as Serena van der Woodsen in Gossip Girl, and went on to dominate the big screen in hits like A Simple Favor and The Age of Adeline, has always been admired for her elegance and wit. Beyond her on-screen roles, she's known as a devoted mother and wife, as well as an outspoken advocate for women's rights. For many, Blake represents the best of Hollywood, a star who hasn't lost her shine. And then there's Justin Baldoni, best known for his role as Raphael in Jane the Virgin. Justin has cultivated a reputation as a thoughtful, progressive voice in entertainment. Through his work as a director and his book Man Enough, he's positioned himself as a champion for rethinking masculinity and emotional vulnerability. His move into directing, including It Ends With Us, was seen as a natural evolution of his career, a way to tell stories that resonate deeply with audiences. But now, the very reputations that made them beloved by fans are under scrutiny. Blake and Justin are no longer just co-stars, they're opposing forces in a legal battle that's peeling back the layers of Hollywood's polished facade. How did this once promising partnership devolve into accusations, lawsuits, and public outcry? To understand, we need to take a closer look at the explosive allegations that started it all. The allegations against Justin Baldoni aren't just career-threatening, they're deeply personal, painting a picture of betrayal and abuse of power that has shocked fans and insiders alike. Blake Lively's lawsuit lays out a troubling account of her experience during the production of It Ends With Us, and it's nothing short of explosive. According to Blake, the issues began early in the production. In her filing, she details instances of what she describes as unwanted physical advances, moments where Justin allegedly crossed boundaries that no professional relationship should ever breach. But it didn't stop there. Blake claims that his comments during rehearsals and on set were laced with innuendos and inappropriate undertones, leaving her feeling humiliated and unsafe. The most damning part of the lawsuit, the alleged retaliation, Blake accuses Justin of orchestrating a coordinated smear campaign to discredit her when she attempted to address the issue. She claims that false rumors about her professionalism and character were spread among industry insiders, jeopardizing not just her role in the film, but her entire career. For Blake, coming forward wasn't just about seeking justice, it was about reclaiming her voice. In a statement accompanying the lawsuit, she said, "No one should have to choose between their livelihood and their dignity." The allegation sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Fans who had once cheered for Justin's advocacy for vulnerability and kindness were now questioning everything. Was the man who championed emotional intelligence in his work capable of the behavior Blake described? The public wanted answers, and Justin wasn't about to stay silent. His response would mark the beginning of a heated battle for truth and reputation. Justin Baldoni wasted no time responding to the allegations. His legal team issued a strong and unequivocal denial, calling Blake Lively's claims false and defamatory. In their statement, they painted a picture of a man wrongfully accused, emphasizing that Justin has always conducted himself with professionalism and integrity. But for many, the damage was already done. The fallout was swift. Baldoni's talent agency WME dropped him from their roster, a move that sent shockwaves through the industry. This was no small matter. Being let go by an agency of that caliber is a clear indication of how seriously the allegations were being taken. Justin's statement, however, didn't just deny the accusations. It attempted to shift the narrative. He described Blake's lawsuit as an unfortunate misunderstanding that has been manipulated to harm my reputation. His team hinted at ulterior motives, suggesting that the claims were part of a larger effort to tarnish his career as he gained traction as a director in Hollywood. For his supporters, this was enough to sow doubt about the validity of the allegations. Fans of Jane the Virgin and readers of Justin's book, Man Enough, rallied to his defense on social media. They questioned whether a man who has spoken so openly about emotional intelligence and respect could truly be capable of what Blake alleged. But for others, his response rang hollow. Could words of denial ever outweigh the detailed accusations laid out in Blake's legal filing? As the public debated his innocence, another voice entered the fray, a voice that would only deepen the controversy and further complicate Justin's defense. As the dust from Blake Lively's lawsuit was still settling, another blow landed against Justin Baldoni. This time, it came from someone who had once been part of his inner circle, his former publicist, Stephanie Jones. Her lawsuit added an unexpected twist to an already explosive story, and it was clear this wasn't just a one-off incident anymore. Stephanie's claims were shocking in their own right. She alleged that Justin, along with his current publicity team, had breached their contract with her and defamed her character in the process. According to her lawsuit, the fallout from Blake's allegations had prompted Justin and his team to shift blame and muddy the waters, targeting her in an effort to protect his image. Stephanie's lawsuit accused Baldoni of orchestrating a narrative that painted her as unprofessional and negligent in her duties, causing significant damage to her career. She claimed that the pressure to spin the story in his favor was relentless, and when she pushed back, she became a scapegoat for the growing scandal. The implications of this new lawsuit were undeniable. For those who were already questioning Baldoni's innocence, Stephanie's claims added credibility to Blake's accusations. If Justin was willing to retaliate against a trusted former team member, what else might he be capable of? For others, it raised questions about motives. Was this a genuine cry for justice, or was Stephanie seeking to capitalize on the situation? Either way, the lawsuit shifted the narrative from a he said she said battle to a larger issue of integrity and accountability within Hollywood. The layers of controversy were piling up, and with each new revelation, the spotlight on Justin grew harsher. But amidst the chaos, another force was quietly taking shape, one that would make it impossible to ignore the broader implications of these allegations. In Hollywood, silence is often louder than words, but this time, the response was deafening. As news of Blake Lively's allegations spread, so did an overwhelming wave of support for her. Celebrities, industry leaders, and organizations didn't hesitate to take a stand, making it clear where their sympathies lay. One of the most notable voices was that of Colleen Hoover, the author of It Ends With Us. The film adaptation had been a passion project for Hoover, and she had been deeply involved in its creation. Yet when faced with the allegations, Hoover publicly sided with Blake, stating her unwavering belief in the importance of accountability and advocating for a safe work environment in the industry. The actors union, SAG-AFTRA, also stepped in, praising Blake's courage in coming forward and reaffirming its commitment to protecting artists in the workplace. Their statement didn't name Baldoni directly, but the message was clear. Misconduct of any kind had no place in the industry. Social media became a battleground for opinions. Some of Blake's fellow actresses voiced their solidarity, while other prominent figures in Hollywood used the moment to call for systemic change. The hashtag #StandWithBlake began trending, amplifying the discussion and pushing the story beyond the entertainment pages and into a larger cultural conversation about power and abuse in the workplace. For Justin, the industry's reaction was a clear sign that his reputation was in serious jeopardy. The public shift toward Blake, coupled with the outpouring of support, painted a picture that was becoming harder for his defenders to refute. But while Hollywood was rallying behind Blake, the court of public opinion was far from unanimous. Fans and onlookers were grappling with their own mixed feelings, creating a heated divide that would keep this story in the headlines. As Hollywood's elite voiced their support for Blake Lively, the public's reaction was far more divided. On social media, comment sections became battlegrounds, with passionate voices on both sides dissecting every detail of the case. For fans of both actors, the controversy hit close to home, forcing them to reconcile their admiration with the troubling allegations. Supporters of Blake were vocal and unwavering. They pointed to her long-standing reputation as a professional, her advocacy for women's rights, and the courage it took to speak out. For them, the allegations were another reminder of the challenges women face in standing up to powerful figures in male-dominated industries. The hashtag #BelieveBlake gained momentum as users shared their own stories of workplace harassment and called for accountability. On the other side, Justin's defenders raised their voices just as loudly. They highlighted his work as an advocate for emotional vulnerability and gender equality, questioning whether a man who had built his career around such principles could truly be guilty of the accusations. Some labeled the lawsuits as attempts to tarnish his image and exploit his rising fame as a director. The debates often turned personal. Fans dissected every past interview, photo, and social media post for clues that might align with or contradict the allegations. The lines between fact and speculation blurred, as both sides clung to the narrative that best aligned with their beliefs. The polarization only fueled the media frenzy. News outlets began publishing opinion pieces, influencers weighed in with hot takes, and the drama spilled into everyday conversations. While some sought to reserve judgment until the legal process played out, others had already made up their minds. Amid this storm of opinions, one question loomed larger than any other. How would this battle of perception influence the legal and professional outcomes for both stars? As the legal battles rage on, one thing is clear: the consequences of this controversy will echo far beyond Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Careers, reputations, and potentially even the future of workplace dynamics in Hollywood hang in the balance. For Blake, the lawsuit represents more than a personal fight. It's a stand against a system that has long failed to protect those who speak out. If she wins, it could send a powerful message to the industry, encouraging others to come forward and demand accountability. But even if the case is settled or dismissed, the courage it took to bring these allegations into the public eye has already shifted the conversation. For Justin, the stakes are equally high. A loss in court or further allegations could permanently damage his reputation and derail his career as a director and advocate. Even if he's cleared of wrongdoing, the scars of this scandal may take years to heal. The question remains, can he rebuild the trust and admiration that once defined his public image? And then there's the film itself. It Ends With Us. Once one of the most anticipated book-to-screen adaptations, its future is now uncertain. Will audiences embrace it, or will the scandal cast too dark a shadow over its release? Beyond the individual players, this case is a reflection of a larger cultural reckoning. As Hollywood continues to grapple with issues of power, accountability, and systemic abuse, each high-profile controversy serves as a reminder that the industry still has a long way to go. This story isn't just about two stars, it's about the growing demand for transparency, fairness, and respect in all workplaces. And as the public watches every twist and turn, one thing is certain: the final chapter of this saga has yet to be written. The lines have been drawn, the sides chosen, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Whether you stand with Blake, support Justin, or are waiting for the truth to unfold, this case has captured the world's attention for a reason. What do you think? Will this be a moment of change or just another Hollywood headline? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding drama.